had a driving rainstorm make its way through the plains, and it definitely is going to be a factor here this afternoon at Empower Field at Mile High in Denver. Today, we've got an interesting Week 11 matchup on tap, as it'll be the Las Vegas Raiders taking on the Denver Broncos. And hello again, everyone. Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. And, Charles, we look at this Bronco team. The losers their last time out, so they'll look to make amends here.
And one of the best ways you can do that is to be at home, and they are. They're going to try and ride that home crowd and that wave of emotion to a victory in this one.
On the other side of the field for the visiting Raiders, they've got a full half season since their last loss, winners of 8 in a row.
And you don't get on win streaks like this without your defense playing a big role. They've created quite an identity, and I know they want and expect this streak to get to 9.
So here are the Broncos now for their opening drive. And a look at a guy, definitely got a little razzle-dazzle to him. Can do it with his arm or his legs. Their mobile QB.
And there was a positive in last week's loss. No interceptions thrown by him. But he only threw 1 touchdown pass, and you know he wants that to improve. We might even consider that as part of the reason that they couldn't take the win last time out. I believe we'll see a more aggressive version of him this week whenever they're nearing the end zone.
Now Dobbins again on second down. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39. An early test, 2 plays in. This is 3rd and 2. They'll try to run for it with Dobbins. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down. He punted 4 times in the loss last week as he gets this one away here. 35 yards that time on the punt. And the Raiders will take over now 1st and 10. So here comes the Raider offense now onto the field. They'll be led out by their quarterback, a first-round pick back in April's draft.
You enjoyed watching that game tape, didn't you?
Yeah,
last week's game.
Good. 4 touchdowns, 1 pick.
Now, you were a little upset about the pick. I didn't know if you would play him this week or not if you were the head coach.
Hey, they got the win.
You got the win, so you're going to give him another chance?
I'm going to give him another shot.
All right. I think the ratio is pretty good. He'll try and eliminate the interception. He wants to keep that hot streak going, throwing touchdown passes.
On the throw led him too much that time. It's incomplete. Well, these two teams met in Vegas earlier in the season with the Raiders winning that ball game. So they're looking for the series sweep here in Denver. Here's 2nd and 10.
Let's go.
They'll look to throw. They'll try and set up the screen to Genty. And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. A tall task ahead of him here, needing a full 15 yards to move the chains. Out of the gun now on 3rd down. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jahdae Barron. And the return this time will go out to the 42-yard line.
Intercepted. The Broncos take over 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line.
They'll go play action with Nix. And down he goes. Brought down a Raiders sack. Max Crosby in there for the sack, and it's an important one from a personal standpoint, as that is sack number 100 in what has certainly been a terrific career to this point. To throw, here's Nix. He completes this to Sutton. So just 3 yards on the completion there. And it'll be a 3rd and about 13.
Brings up 3rd and 13.
Here's Nix. And that'll be complete to Dobbins. And he can only manage to take this thing to the 38, well shy of the first down. On 4th down, Jeremy Crawshaw on to punt. He'll send this one into the mile-high air, and it's a good one. And this will depend on the spot as it sails out of bounds. And they'll say it sailed out at the 10-yard line. The Raiders offense led by their running back headed out for the second possession. And he's run the ball well to this point in the season, right there in the mix for NFL leaders in rushing. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
8 yards on the pickup.
These are his numbers from last week's contest. 11 carries, 86 yards.
When a winning streak stretches this far, you start to wonder if a team is truly unstoppable. Here's a guy who's been very much the legs that have helped drive this team to wins week after week. And even when teams have keyed on him and tried to slow him down, he's still gotten the job done enough to avoid a loss. Talking with him in pregame, though, he thinks that this week could be his biggest week yet.
They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
First and 10 at the 21-yard line.
They'll set up to throw. Now they go screen. It's complete. And he'll go down just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. The Raiders at 8-1 on the year. They come in here hot. I mean, over the last 9, Charles, they are 8-1.
And that record, the way that they're playing, they've proven to me, and I think anyone else in the league, that they're able to go toe-to-toe with anyone, and they look forward to the challenge.
Short throw caught by Bowers. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that, you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
Ready.
On first down, it's Genty. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. 14 yards is the pickup there at a Raider first.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
That's going to be caught by Bigsby. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And that'll give him a short yardage situation here for second down.
At the 42-yard line.
Up the middle, it's Genty. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. 2 yards on the pickup, and that's all they needed to move the sticks.
First down. A pickup of 2 yards. First down, Raiders.
Here's a toss to Genty, headed right. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down.
Brings up second and 10 at the 40-yard line.
They'll drop to throw. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. You look at this Bronco defense. They're right around the middle of the pack, number 15 in the NFL against the run.
I jotted down in my notes in prepping for this game that this is definitely an area we got to keep an eye on, because you're talking about where they rank in stopping the run. But how about what they're facing? This unit...
And it'll be intercepted. And the Broncos are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. We sort of suspected that the elements might wreak havoc on both these offenses, and that's been the case. No points on either side as this drive begins with a first down. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. No score after one on EA Sports.
First down. First and 10 at the 32-yard line.
Second quarter about to begin from Denver. It's the Broncos in possession of the football, as they've got it with a first and 10. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's second and 11.
It's a loss of a yard. Brings up second and 11 at the 30-yard line.
Now it's Nix. And he'll find Sutton on the right side, complete. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49.
And a
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
At the 49-yard line.
Again, Dobbins trying the right side. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down.
Back at the 46-yard line.
Throwing Nix. Got a man open. It's Sutton. So give him 2 yards there on the completion. And they'll be facing a 3rd and 12.
3rd and 12.
Nix to the air. That's taken in by Franklin. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. Now it looks like we've got a Bronco that's banged up on the play. So here's a 1st and 10 now in Raider territory, right at the 40. To throw is Nix. And the Raiders have got him. Nolan Smith. He's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year.
19 at the Raiders' 48-yard line.
Operating from the gun, here's Nix. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down.
3rd and 19.
Facing some long odds here if they hope to convert as they're well behind the original line of scrimmage. And that is incomplete. But the pressure there on 3rd down, forcing the errant pass. 4th down coming up. Here's Jeremy Crawshaw now as he's on to punt for Denver. And that will skip out of bounds right at about the 18-yard line. The Vegas offense ready for their next possession. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively, obviously. 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit like, hey, didn't we practice in that colored jersey all week? Not the one that you're throwing it to? Or maybe you have to be stern with him. But whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy.
They'll start by running the option to the right. And they showed off the athletic juke. Good little gain there. Not a whole lot of real estate, but a nice carry. So not quite a 1st down just yet as they come up on 2nd and less than a yard. A run out of the gun with Genty. Only a gain of a yard, but that's all they needed.
And Brandon, you know that expression? He just does what he does. It sounds trite, doesn't it? But in this case, it's perfectly apt. This is one of the better runners in the NFL. And all he does is just find avenues, find ways to pick up key 1st downs and big runs.
Open man down the field. It's Bowers. And he will score. Touchdown, Las Vegas. Brock Bowers hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Raiders post the first points of the ballgame as they take the lead here in this 2nd quarter. On as the Raider kickoff unit now as they will send this one away. And he'll be stopped up at the 25. Denver's offense now set to go. It hasn't gone particularly well for them, that's obvious. In these conditions, no points so far. They've got to get that offense on track. The question, how do they do it?
It is the age-old question, isn't it? And to me, finding a way to make sure your playmakers touch the ball without it being too exotic. Meaning you don't have to go deep down the field. Maybe you hit them on those short passes on the perimeter. Make sure you just turn around and hand it to your best runner and get out of the way. Don't cause any extra stress on your offense.
Here's 2nd and 8. He finds his man. It's Charlie Kolar. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
First down. 1st and 10.
Dobbins running out again. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11.
At the 38-yard line.
Operating from the gun. Nix. On the slant, completes to Sutton. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. So here's a 1st and 10 now in Raider territory at the 49-yard line. Looking to throw. Nix. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. It'll go as a gain of 4, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
2nd and 6 at the 44-yard line.
They go back to the ground with Dalvin. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield.
Back at the 48-yard line.
2 minutes on the clock, 2nd quarter, 7-0 ball game. Now play number 7 of the drive as they're looking at a 3rd and 10. Back to throw. Nix. Finding Sutton on the out route who makes the catch. And he's got this down a yard or 2 shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. The Broncos send out their punter now, as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. And they won't get a chance to bring this one back. It goes out of bounds, back near their own 20. Here's Las Vegas ready to take the field. And it's only November, but the playoffs, we know how it works. They'll be here before you know it. If it ended today, they would be the number 1 seed.
And that's a great spot to be in, but I love the phrase, if it ended today. And I'll guarantee you, that's what they've discussed in their locker room, in their meeting rooms. Yeah, we know where we'd be if it ended today, but we also know it's not ending today.
Right.
So they've got to continue to play the type of ball that put them in the spot where they're number 1 in their conference.
The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts, as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the 1st down.
1st down. 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line.
Here we go. Ready.
A run straight ahead with Genty. And strong running there as he's across midfield and down to the 49. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo.
Las Vegas, 1st down. It's a gain of 10.
On 1st down, and dropped to throw. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And this ball recovered by the offense, but remember, they cannot advance it here in the final 2 minutes of the half. So this will be blown dead, and it'll come back to the spot of the fumble. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by Pat Surtain. And he'll take it across midfield and down to the 48-yard line.
Intercepted. The Broncos take over 1st and 10.
Throwing to start the drive. Nix. He's into space past the 25. And all the way home for a Broncos score. Cortland Sutton, 48 yards. And the Broncos are on the board here in the final minute of the 1st half. Footing always a concern, but the extra point's up and good. And that is going to tie our game as we approach halftime. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. The Raider offense going to head out now late in this 1st half. And with a little under a minute to play, they may be looking to pick up some yardage here, maybe try and come up with a field goal to seize the lead before intermission. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down.
At the 30-yard line.
Looking to throw. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a 1st down. Well done. I believe they buzzed down. They're going to take another look at this play with all reviews coming from the replay official here in the final 2 minutes of the half.
Ready.
Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
His back has been a dependable safety valve all game, so he went back to him when his first read was covered. Just unable to connect, so the play results in no gain.
The play action fake. They'll look to throw. He'll take a shot for the end zone. And, oh, that one going to wind up incomplete. Nearly an interception in the end zone. Probably should have been. Third down coming up. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And the Broncos get there and take him down. Now the Broncos going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining here in the second quarter. 31 yards on the punt there. And control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. Clock at 20 seconds to go in the half as they come up 1st and 10. Throwing to start the drive. Nix. And that is incomplete. So 17 seconds now on the clock here. Now is 2nd and 10. Looking to throw. Nix. He gets this underneath to Dobbins. Now the Broncos will use their 3rd and final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. From the gun on 3rd down. Nix. Incomplete. And we're down to 8 seconds now. The Broncos send out their punter now as he's on for the 5th time here today. Fair catch called for and made right at the 25-yard line. 36 yards on the punt with no return. And there'll be time for maybe one final play before halftime. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. 1 second, all that remains. He's going to float this over the middle, deep. That's caught inside the 20. And they're going to have this way down deep in Denver territory. So we are deadlocked at the break here, and the EA Sports Halftime Report starts now. Here's Scott Hanson.
All right, Brandon, thanks much.
Halftime over, no problem with us. We skip right to the 3rd quarter and continue this midseason contest. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the 3rd quarter. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. Now we get a peek at the captain of this offense heading back out there. And the first half was not kind to him, and he knows that. 3 interceptions, but still tied, so kind of a clean slate.
I'd say it's a reprieve because ordinarily you throw 3 interceptions, your team should be behind. So he has to be thinking to himself, okay, I'm off the hook for that one. I have to play better for my team here in the second half.
Here's a 2nd and 3 now from the 33. Back to throw. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. 22 yards there, a 1st down.
That was a beautifully executed screen pass. Let the rushers get upfield. The blocking forms in front. Lofted it to the runner. And now, not only does he have open space in front of him, he's got an escort as well, and they pick up big yardage.
9 yards on the 1st down. Keeper in at 2nd and 1.
At the 36-yard line.
A give out of the gun to Genty. And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line. A pickup of 10, and it's enough for a Las Vegas 1st down.
First downs have not come easy, and neither have runs like this throughout this game.
Absolutely not. He finally felt like, whoa, a sigh of relief. We got something going in the running game. No dice this go-around. He's hit behind the line and taken down. Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. That's into the hands of his tight end, Bowers. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. Brock Bowers with touchdown number 2 in the game, and now 11 on the year. And the Raiders have taken the lead.
14, Broncos 7.
Well, with that touchdown pass, I'm going to bring up a point from earlier in the year. Some of the fans were saying, when do we turn to the rookie? Well, he's looking pretty good right now.
Yeah, I love the fact that the fans are bringing that up because I'm not the head coach. Okay, so he's got to deal with it. But I think it's a legitimate question. With the way their season is going, I think now is the time to turn the page and let him get some starts before this season is over.
Throwing to start the drive. Nix. His throw incomplete.
But he'll definitely say that that's one he should have held on to. But when you're playing in elements like this, sometimes those bullet passes, those ones with a little bit of pace on them, they can be difficult to hold on to.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. We'll find Dobbins out of the backfield. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
A 2-yard pickup makes it 3rd and 8.
To throw, here's Nix. Complete to Bryant. And he's going to get this to the 31, but that is still well short of what he needed. The Broncos send out their punter now as they're forced to kick for the 6th time today. This is fielded at the 27. It'll be a net of only 30 here. 40-yard punt, 10 on the return. And it'll be Raiders football 1st and 10. Looking to put a drive together.
There, ready.
They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a 1st down. Well done.
That's good for a Las Vegas first down. A gain of 19 yards. 1st down, the Raiders.
He'll look to throw. A short throw, and that's hauled in by Mayer. It'll be a gain of 5, and that will bring up 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 5 at the Broncos' 39-yard line.
Now a handoff to Genty.
He had to fight for every yard on that run. Shook himself free of a tackle and kept fighting, even with the rest of the defense closing in on him. That's the kind of effort you'll take every single time.
And they'll let their fullback try and push the pile. And he is going to have the Raiders 1st down by a couple of yards as they're able to convert there on 3rd and 1.
A gain of 3 on the play. 1st down, Raiders.
Ready?
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And that one too far in front. He couldn't reel it in. It's incomplete.
Nice progress down the field was halted by that incompletion. They could try for some safe yards here to get things moving again, or keep throwing it and pushing it downfield to try and pick up bigger yardage.
On the give, Genty. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. And the Broncos are going to take over once again with a football at their own 20-yard line. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. See if they can put this drive in the end zone, Charles, because it's been a little bit of a rough go at times. They've had to punt the football a ton in this ball game because of stalled-out drives.
So are you saying that you're kind of tired of seeing the punter run out there and his thing during this game? Is that what you're trying to say?
Well, I mean, I'm okay with it. I have a feeling that this offense, they don't want to see the punter again.
And frankly, the punter doesn't want to run out there anymore himself. He'd love to see his offense put together a drive and give his leg a rest.
These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. And he gets it to the 32, good enough for a 1st down. Give him the 3rd down conversion, 5 yards on the play. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
1st and 10 at the 32-yard line.
Another run here with Dobbins. And flags come in as he gets forward for about 3 yards. Let's check on the call.
Offense.
All right, so they'll march backwards on the illegal block in the back.
And that's always a really tough call for the official, and I tend to give the benefit of the doubt. Remember, a block from the side is legal, but that time, they made the determination that that one did come in the back.
And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. The completion, but they go in the wrong direction. A loss of yards, and now they're dealing with a 2nd and long. Here's Nix. And this throw incomplete. Now the defender all over him that time, and it's going to lead to 3rd down.
Incomplete. It's now 3rd and 19.
The slot man in motion right. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. Before they can get the punt away, whistles as we've come to the end of the 3rd quarter of action. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Now on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. They'll take it a few steps in front of the 50. A 41-yard punt, 9 on the return. And the Raiders will have a short field to work with as they take over. So here are the Raiders now to take over. They've gone 2 months without a loss, 8 straight wins for them. And they've got the lead here in this one as well, trying to make it 9 in a row. On the ground, it's Genty. And he gets it down a yard or 2 shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds. 49 yards rushing for him now to this point. And I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
An unfortunate time for the penalty there. That cancels out a positive play from this offense.
Well, not to sound too trite or too accepting, but you and I both know it happens. You got to accept it and move on. Yardage, you got to get back. Focus on the next play and move on.
And he'll get inside the 40 to maybe the 38-yard line. He'll get 2 on the keeper, but it becomes now a 3rd down.
And it's 3rd down.
The shotgun snap to Willis. He'll try and do this himself. And he picks up the first before he's taken down at the 29.
A gain of 9 yards. And the Raiders first down.
On the give, Genty. Stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5. Good gain there on 1st down, and keeps them in a running situation probably.
They did everything right on that play, didn't they? They got the leverage up front, good blocking, nice hole for him, ends up picking up nice yardage, stays in bounds to keep the clock rolling. They are in charge of this scenario right now. They want to stay that way.
And not in any rush offensively. Now it looks like we've got a Raider here, slow to get up. We'll step aside and get a report when we come back to Denver. The Raiders on 3rd down. 3 for 7 so far in this game. This time it's 3rd and 3. He's got his target. That's complete. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
And that certainly appears to be a critical conversion right there, because not only do they keep the drive going, they take valuable time off the clock as well. They have to...
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. Ashton Genty with his 9th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Raiders add on to their lead, and it's looking like that win streak is going to extend another week. On is the Raider kickoff unit now as they will send this one away. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And right now these guys, they're shuffling a little bit, maybe doubting, because 3 straight drives have ended with them punting the football away.
Yeah, so you start pointing fingers at each other a little bit, asking a lot of questions. What are you seeing? What are you getting? Maybe trying to narrow down your playbook a little bit and maybe get simpler rather than more complex in order to try and fashion together a drive.
Well, they had the run for no gain. Now they'll try again from the 25 on 2nd and 10. Now it's Nix. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Franklin. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down. You cannot write these guys off just yet, not with a quarterback like that under center.
You mean it actually crossed your mind with him running the team that you could actually maybe write this game off?
Not yet.
Not a chance. Not with him. We've seen it too many times.
The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. They'll try to draw here with Dobbins. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 34.
Nix from the shotgun. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Franklin. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. So after 2 first downs, they get another here. 1st and 10 at the 45.
1st and 10 at the 45-yard line.
And he's going to use his legs here. And boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain. Under 4 to go now as the clock runs and they come up on 2nd down.
2nd and 10 at the 45.
Nix to the air. And they'll get this just to the 47. 1-yard gain. 3rd down now, and those last 2 plays indicative of how things have gone for them. Just nowhere to go on the ground and struggling to put up points. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 42.
It's a gain of 11. That's another Broncos first down. 1st and 10 at the 42.
Throwing Nix. Got his target. That's Kohler. And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25.
17 more yards. That's another Broncos first down. 1st and 10 at the 25.
To throw is Nix. And he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line.
To J.K. Dobbins. 10 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and inches.
Nix to throw again. Throwing quickly there, but it's incomplete.
That open man that time ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. On the sneak, it's Nix. And he'll be touched out here, but not before he does pick up the first. Well, we looked at each other right when he flinched. We knew that that flag was coming.
Yeah, offsides, easy call, mark off the 5, and keep it moving.
Toss left side for Harvey. And he'll fight forward maybe to the line of scrimmage, but that's all. Now it looks like we've got a Bronco that's banged up on the play. Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. Operating from the gun. Nix. Over the middle, complete. That's Sutton. For the elements, the crowd, the situation, this is NFL football at its best. Here's 3rd down.
3rd and 6.
Back to throw. Nix. In trouble, and he'll go down back at the 12. Here we go. This is 4th down. They'll go for it. Here's Nix. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked up by the Michigan man, Jabril Peppers. And the Raiders are going to get the ball back on the turnover. They hold on 4th and goal. The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. They have to like the position that they are in. Fourth quarter, 2-score lead, and now the ball back after the INT. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. Once again, it's Jeanty. And a pretty athletic run right there as he's going to get this down inside the 40. And quickly we're going to get another stop here with 1:54 left as they call the timeout defensively.
1st and 10 at the 39-yard line.
5 points of contact necessary at this stage as they'll run on 1st down. Now the Broncos going to use the second of their timeouts. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. Another running situation on the doorstep as they come up 2nd and 10. Willis headed left off the option. And even though he gets out of bounds to stop the clock, it's not going to matter. That 1st down going to be enough to write a finish to this one.
Here we go. Ready?
Up the middle, it's Jeanty. And able to work his way down to the 16. Now the Broncos will use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play.
The 16-yard line.
He's going to get it again. Just looking to get forward and protect the ball. Give him a yard on the run there, and that's going to set up a 3rd down and 2. They'll come to the line needing only 2 yards to gain the 1st here.
Red. Liking 18.
They'll try to run for it with Jeanty. And he is going to have the Raiders 1st down. At least it appears that way. And he got it by maybe the length of a football.
For a Las Vegas 1st down.
The Raiders likely going to get out of this with a victory as they take a knee. So this one a victory for the Las Vegas Raiders. And it was their defense that really made the statement after the break. They pitched the second half shutout.
Yeah, think about the team that just got vanquished. They did score in the 2nd quarter. Do you think they thought at all that that would be their last points of the game?
No, but what a second half. The adjustment, whatever they did in the locker room, it certainly worked.
It certainly did, and you're exactly right. Whether it was an adjustment, whether it was just more focus on what they planned to do going in, whether they just played better, whatever it was, it all came together in the 2nd half, and no points were allowed. That's a great way to close.